Okay.
So I'm going to be taking you for a 45 minutes to 1 hour walk.
Okay.
Distance is 2 to 3 kilometers.
Yes.
Tell a little bit about the property and the biodiversity.
Okay.
Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, Coorg. So there forms a stage in between called the chrysalis, and the caterpillar looks nothing like the butterfly. So that is an example of complete metamorphosis. So in incomplete metamorphosis, the young one will look just like the adult, and there is no pupa stage.
Doesn't grow then.
Yeah, it
Doesn't form the
it's
insect.
just first it's a small one, orange color one, then it becomes a little green, but it is in the same shape and the same features as the adult.
Complete
The adult, yeah, the adult, and once they become big, they are brown in color. They look complete like the adult. That is frog hopper. We have frog hopper, thorn hopper, plant hopper, leaf hopper, many hoppers. And coffee becomes cherry red in color when it is completely ripe, and we dry it in drying yards. And we get to know that coffee is dry by a simple technique. We hold the pods in a hand and shake it. You can hear the beans rattle inside, which means it is dry. And then it undergoes the next stage called pulping. So in that there is the outer cover and the seed coat. And if they shade dry it and powder it, it is called green coffee. If it's roasted, sun dried, roasted and powdered, it's called black coffee. And you might have seen this tree in many places. Bangalore, Mysore, it's a common tree in India. This orange color, one with the orange flowers. So this is a tree called African tulip, TULIP. Lot of nectar drinking birds like drongos, mynas, leaf birds, parrots, parakeets. They all visit this tree for the nectar.
There's a water bodies in the...
Yeah, there is a, when the pod is formed, there's lot of fluid in that. When you press that, it squirts out. So in Kannada they have a name for it. They call it uchekai. Yeah. Deciduous forest. So the kind of vegetation you get to see are ferns, mosses, algae, fungi, lichen, orchids.
Yeah, lichen also.
Yeah, I'll show you lichen. These orange color things are fungi. And I'll show you lichens. They are green color. And they are leafy, a little bit leafy. You find cardamom at the base of the plant. There's a small stalk which comes up and it flowers, and cardamom is formed in small chains. Pods are attached. Lot of different colored flowers. It has purple flowers and white flowers, light blue flowers. Wonder why is that? So when this plant flowers, it is purple in color, and as the flower gets older, it keeps getting lighter and lighter till it is completely white, and then it wilts. The name of this plant is yesterday, today, tomorrow flower plant. Long name. Children used to pull it
Juice.
and was to drink the juice from the back. Bagworm is actually a... Here, let me show you. Bagworm is actually a caterpillar of a moth. So when you press it, will come out.
So this whole thing is not an insect?
It's an insect, and it's a caterpillar of an insect, of a moth. And it collects stick and all that, and it...
So those are sticks that you're breaking right now?
Yeah, you see this? Yeah?
This one coming
Yeah, you
out.
see this insect. You touch that, your hands will start itching because it's a caterpillar.
No.
It's called a bagworm. It makes a bag out of silk which it produces from its saliva, and then it hides under there. And the spider silk and the silk produced by... Spider silk is one of the strongest materials on earth. If you make steel as thin as a spider web, steel will break. Spider web won't. And it is also elastic. And the scientists are doing a lot of research to synthesize it in the lab and to make bulletproof vests. Now we are using carbon fiber.
Yeah.
So if they make a spider web vest, it can stop any bullet. And you see this chili plant here? So this is the second spiciest chili in India. It's called the bird's eye chili. First spiciest chili in India is the ghost chili. Burjolakia it's called. It's found in the Assam region, northeast. And this is the maximum size of this chili. You might think this is a small one, but these are not.
ये कहाँ पे?
They become completely red in color. Wait, I'll show you.
You have 3-4 colors in this, right?
Yeah, they get
Orange,
when
red,
they're ripe.
This
they're ripe,
is
they get
found
red.
where?
This is found in the Western Ghats. It grows widely around here. Second spiciest.
Can I eat?
Yeah. Oh, if you
don't try.
it is very spicy.
I was not trying. morning I'll be struggling.
But one good thing about this chili, you don't get gastric and acidity in this chili. You can eat how much ever you want, you don't get gastric and acidity. You'll only feel the heat. The mouth will start burning, eyes will start watering, your nose will become red.
And lose motion?
Lose your web of a spider here. Here. So this is a web of a spider called a funnel web spider. The spider waits at the entrance of the funnel, and whenever an insect walks on the sheets of web, the spider comes out, grabs that insect and goes inside.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like the trapdoor spiders you see in the US. They have a trapdoor, they come out, grab that insect, they go inside.
Like
And
the pitcher plant.
yeah, a pitcher plant, yeah, it's open. Once the insect goes inside, it closes. But yeah, 3 body segments, head, thorax and abdomen. In a spider, the head and thorax is fused into one called a cephalothorax and abdomen. And they have 6 legs, insects. And 2 eyes, 2 to 4 eyes, compound eyes. Sometimes they have 2 simple. When you ran past him.
बाबू ते बघ कसं झालंय. खावत नाही लागलं.
Oh, see that? You see his leg?
हा.
Yeah, see his, this one also.
ते आत गेलं.
He's put his back out. Yeah, sometime when you do that, it comes out. The early morning. And this is the pepper vine. Pepper is a vine which is planted at the base of the tree, preferably in the north-south direction, so that it gets sunlight throughout the day. Sun rises from the east to west. So this is where the stem of the pepper is, and it has roots at every node, which hold on to a tree. See, it is not tied or anything. It has roots at every node. And this green color ones is called green pepper. It's used in marination of fish. Oh, sorry, it fell right past your hand. And in color when it is ripe, and we dry it in drying yards. Yeah, and the outer husk becomes black color.
Black, yeah.
Let's go this way. So when you the outer husk becomes black color. If you powder with the outer husk, it is black pepper. Once you remove the outer cover, the seed is white color. So if you powder just the seed, it is white pepper. So it's nothing but the same thing.
So there is no difference.
There's no difference. And in countries like Peru, we have the pepper is pink in color. We have pink pepper also.
And what is that Szechuan pepper they call?
Szechuan pepper, I don't think that is round pepper. Might be something. And this is a jasmine, Cape jasmine.
Okay.
It's very fragrant. You smell
We
this.
call it as Ananta.
It's called Ananta in English.
No, we call it in Marathi, we call it as Ananta.
Oh, Ananta. Okay. So if you smell this, it's very fragrant.
Yeah.
हे नेहमी वाजतं म्हणून का?
And this is the ancestral house of the owners. One of the ancestral house. It is abandoned now. Moss is taking over. And here is the egg fruit plant. It's called It's called an egg fruit because the inside of the fruit looks like yolk of an egg. Yeah, once you open it, the inside looks like yolk of an egg. You see that?
Those fruits are
There are, it is here also.
yeah.
It becomes that egg yolk color. I said yolk. Oh my God. There was a emerald dove on the plant. And this is a bay leaf tree.
Acha.
Bay leaves.
And this is the bay leaf people use all over the world. These are not the bay leaves, the long ones, which we get here is native to Western Ghats.
Taste.
This is the different kind. This is the small one. So the long ones we use, right? In biryani. Pulao,
आणि
yeah.
त्याचं bark cinnamon.
Yeah.
मला कळलं का?
It be dried, no? Brown color.
Smell it will get
Yeah.
the same.
So when you touch it, your hands will start smelling good.
उद्याने त्याला विचारलेलं तुझ्या last time.
And this tree here is called a powder puff tree. Lot of nectar drinking birds like sunbirds, leaf birds, little spider hunter. That is also a kind of bird. It eats spiders. That comes for this tree to drink the nectar from this. So if we pluck the flowers of this tree and suck on that bunch, even we can get nectar. Yeah. So if someday we'll have to survive without food, we have a lot of nectars. And this coffee, I'll show you coffee. So this coffee bean, it has 2 beans. Inside the pot there are 2 beans. Yeah, when you open it, it's a small epi. So when you open it, there are 2 beans inside. Yeah. So if you want to know how a coffee bean tastes, don't eat it. You can suck on it. Yeah, you can get one yourself. Yeah. And if you know, it is sweet actually, the coffee bean. And so monkeys, and all come and eat it. And coffee is a plant that has a lot of tannins. Don't chew and eat it because it has tannins. You'll have stomach upset and what's this?
What do you do, just suck this?
How many varieties of coffee are there? 2 or
There are many varieties,
this one?
but
This
the most ancient variety is the Arabica. Yeah, and we have few Arabica plants, and I'll tell you the story of coffee also. How coffee came to India. You might know about it. Yeah, Baba. There was an Islamic priest by the name of Baba Buddin, and he was a Sufi saint. So he went to Mecca and Medina on an Islamic pilgrimage, and he visited Yemen. So people, the Yemenis, they used to procure coffee from the highlands of Ethiopia during those times, and they were enjoying coffee. So the saint tastes coffee, and he likes it very much. But during those times, you could not get coffee beans from that country. They would execute you if they find you. They wanted to make it theirs. Nobody should have it. Only
Ethiopia?
we got it from Yemen. Coffee started in Ethiopia, but how it came to India, I'm saying.
You got it from
Yeah.
Yemen.
So he hid it in his ropes, and he comes to India, and he plants it on the hills of Chandragiri.
Where
Yeah,
is that?
Chikmagalur.
Chikmagalur. Where?
Yeah, Chikmagalur in Karnataka.
Okay.
Yeah. So that Chandragiri was later called Baba Buddangiri. Yeah. And these three, and you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Always. That's how we share knowledge. If I'll be telling what I know. So if you think it is wrong, you can always correct me. Yeah. And these are the Arabica variety of coffee. You see smaller leaves, thinner stem, and you get 2 crops per year. And cost-wise, Arabica is costlier. Taste-wise, Arabica is stronger, and the bean is long. It is flat and long, and in that is the short and round bean. So this one they have already plucked it. Yeah. So in Arabic, there are some places in, that is fungi.
नहीं ये रेड वाला भी फंगस है वाइट तो फंगस है रेड वाला ये रेड
Yeah, that is also fungus. Fungi are in different color.
ये which plant is this?
Which are?
Tree कौन सी झाड़ है ये?
These are all silver oak.
अच्छा timber
Silver oak. Yeah, timber. For timber. They have them for timber. Coffee started growing widely around there. And so people, like how they have guava trees in their backyards, just have 1 or 2 coffee plants and use it for their own consumption. And then the British were here, the person by the name of Jolly. So he started commercially growing coffee and started exporting it to the world.
But now, did he
Yeah,
plant those coffee beans
yeah,
in Chikmagaluru
yeah.
looking at the climate conditions or just randomly?
Altitude, climate conditions, rains, how many times it gets, does it get rain in the summer because of hurricanes or that or some anomalies. So he sees all that, and the soil also. It grows only on certain kind of soil. So all that they would have seen, and then they would have planted. I mean, coffee grows in many soils, but they'll see what soil is best for it. That's why we have coffee in Malabar region and Malnad region. The Coorg region and Kerala region was called Malabar by the British. And Canara region, Mangalore region was called Canara. And Tamil Nadu was called Travancore. They had different names.
Soil is this?
Which one?
Black or red soil?
I think this is red, ma'am. Red soil. It is partly black, partly red. And it's a hill, right? So, and this will be more acidic. You'll have to put, what to say, calcium carbonate. Sunna. We have a lot of rubber trees also in the plantation. Rubber is the latex of the plant which oozes out.
Oh.
Yeah? Rubber is the latex of the plant which oozes out once you remove the bark. So like the jackfruit plant, you pluck a leaf.
Raw material.
I mean, this was done yesterday, so it has hardened a little bit.
So, how is the processing done for this?
Oh yeah. Oh, it smells also.
Fevicol sir कहाँ से होता है?
And once you touch in your hand, it's like Fevicol.
Fevicol chemical.
Erasers, tires. Yeah, it undergoes a process called vulcanization. They add sulfur to rubber. You might have heard. Then it becomes the hard rubber. And you see here also we have
So, do they add something to it?
Sulfur.
Oh.
Further?
Huh? Yeah, they add sulfur and then it becomes hard. So till then it will like this, rubbery glue.
रबरचा वास येतो बघ आता.
Like
हातात
Fevicol.
घेतल्यावर हातात नको घेऊ असा वास घे. हातात फेविकॉल
The
सारखं.
market for the Indian rubber is come very down because we are exporting it from outside. Better quality rubber from the tropics.
So it's not good.
What they are importing, that is better than this. They are not saying this is good. They have got something better. That's why our market rate has come down. Yeah. And actually in Coorg, do you have market only for pepper and coffee?
Coffee.
So
So coffee
this one they'll
should
have
be
to
cheap.
take it to Kerala to sell.
Coffee यहाँ पे सस्ता मिलेगा ना?
Yeah. And you
Or
get good quality ones also. If you buy it from the local stores, from the normal shops where people go and give their coffee, they roast it and powder it. If you get from those places, coffee will be sold to, how much will be sold to the locals, they'll sell you in the same price. If you go and buy in big shops, where the premiumly packed
Where
it.
do we get the exact coffee? यहाँ पे जो बना हुआ coffee, where do we find it? Buy it?
There is a shop in Polybetta called India Store.
Okay.
There people go and give their own, coffee they've grown grown in their house. And they sell it in that rate only.
So, do they have
Original one.
Yeah, you get for flavor. So some people drink it with chicory, but most people like to drink it without chicory because you get to enjoy that raw taste of coffee.
Right.
With chicory, you'll be altering the flavor.
India Mart? You said
India House. India Store.
India Store. Store.
India Mart website.
Yeah, India Mart is a website.
For all this wholesale products.
Yeah. Yeah, and in the morning walk I don't talk much because there is a lot of birds and everything to see. There is no use of using this
the time?
sense. Yeah, time it is 6:12.
No, not right now.
Plantation, spotting birds, this bird, that bird and all, showing birds in my camera. And after that, yeah, one more thing I missed. Yeah, please come here. You see there is a tree here full of mushrooms. This one. So this walk won't be complete if I miss this. Yeah, you see a lot of mushrooms growing on the tree. This is called bark mushroom. Yeah, but it's called bark mushroom. The exact name of it is yellow polypore. Yellow polypore. And what you find on top is the fruiting body of the mushroom. If you find a mushroom on the ground, what you find on top is a fruit. It has a lot of seeds, which is called pores. And those get dispersed when animals, insects, they all eat it. Yeah. And the real plant, if you want to see, that it's underground. It's like thin filaments of air stretch over a large area, touching the roots of grass, trees. So fungi play a very important in nature. They help decompose dead and decaying organic matter, plant matter and animal matter. Whatever this tree has taken during the time it's grown from the soil to become a big tree, these agents decompose it and send it back to the soil so that a new tree can grow. The fertility, once taken, if it is, imagine we remove a dead tree from an area, we will be spoiling the ecosystem itself. Whatever the tree it has taken, it won't be able to give it back, and there will be a lot of insects. Yeah, they all be making it as a home. They'll be eating it, feeding on it, decomposing it, mushrooms and all that. You'll be destroying a complete ecosystem by removing firewood from a forest. What we plant is called plantation, and forest is ecosystem without no human interference. We can't plant anything, we can't take anything, we can't leave anything. Yeah. Any delicacies from nature, one of that is mushroom, and we have 4 kinds of mushroom which we eat.
So mushroom is also famous here?
Yeah, and you get mushroom in the monsoon. So we have 4 kinds of mushroom. I know 3 of it in Coorgi names. Coorgi, it's the name Coorg came because of the people. It's a group of people. They are much different from the, the culture. Their culture is different from the surrounding areas, and what they follow is completely different. It's not and so the name Coorg came because of that people. Their attire, the way they speak, the language, it's all different. It has it doesn't have a script like Konkani and Tulu. And what was I saying?
Tulu have a script.
Tulu has script now?
Yes. No,
Wait.
not saying
Before Tulu didn't have a script. Tulu has a
had,
script?
actually.
Okay.
Now they are like everything they are to develop the language, that developing system, everything.
Okay.
some organization has come up,
Okay,
showing the scripts and all.
Okay.
I'm a Mangalorean, so
Okay, yeah. Thank you for that. And this big plant you see is called a plant called cornstalk decadens. It flowers in blooms. Cornstalk, it is called cornstalk plant, and it flowers in blooms and it smells like the champa flower. Lot of insects like hoverflies and hummingbird, hawkmoth, they all visit this. And one way to know the things around you is getting the app Google Lens. Yeah, if you take a photo of a plant, an insect, or anything, it will tell you what it is. Google Lens. You can download. Android users can download from the Play Store, and iOS users in the Google search bar, their icon is there. Google Lens. Yeah, this way. And this is a private church, which the owners, it belongs to the, I mean, it is the property, the owners use it. I can't say the church belongs to the owners because church is a place of worship. It doesn't belong to anybody. Yeah, and it's a private church. Only their family and their cousins come to worship here. It's a Catholic church.
The owners are from.
These are golden ficus.
The owners are from.
The owners are Malayali Christians. They are from, I mean, their ancestor root traces back to Cochin, but they are born and brought up here. This is the third generation. So I should say the owners are from Coorg. And the resort on the opposite hill is called Porcupine Castle. It is our older resort. It is 11 years old.
That one.
Yeah, it has 2 tree houses, 40 plus rooms. It is at higher elevation from this place. And the name Porcupine Castle came because right from the time they started, there's a real living wild porcupine there behind one of the cottages. And it's a wild animal. Porcupines are nocturnal. They come out at night. They go back before
Porcupines
dawn.
hai udhar?
Yeah,
They used to be.
yeah. The guests get to see it. It's not a tamed one. At night you'll see it, digging for tuber and walking around.
Is it there right now? I mean, over there?
Yeah, it's there. I mean, it's not a tamed one. They come out only at night.
Now people comes here to pray.
Yeah, it's open on Sunday morning. And we're going down this way. You get to see beautiful sunsets from the infinity pool. Yeah, and to see that, you'll have to miss the evening walk because it happens from 6 to 6:15. And anyway, today it's cloudy. It's not that great.
Yeah, it's not.
Maybe tomorrow you can. Oh, sorry. Careful. I thought there was a. Usually, 2 birds sit on top of the platform above the statue. But today it's not there. If you come here, the sun rises on this side, right? It will be a very good light for you. You can get nice photo of the building. You can take nice selfies because when you take a photo, the sun will be falling directly on your face. Nice golden light. 7:30. If you come for the walk. Or if you want to have a walk by yourself, you can walk from there, come to the church and go back. Peaceful walk. Yeah, without anybody, without the group, without anybody disturbing you. Because most of the times, birds and all that you get to spot when you are in small groups and you talk less. And when you, you don't make any sudden jerky movements like this. You have to walk very carefully.